Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D along with my man Johnny Lowe. The summer is heating up, everybody. Opening weekend at Saratoga was great last week. We got opening weekend at Del Mar, and the big race we're going to talk about, the Haskell down on the Jersey Shore. Everybody is out in this heat enjoying great summer racing. Johnny, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm getting a little bit less sleep than I was a week ago with all the festivities and events and everything going on in Del Mar. The city's swelling up with people. Everybody's out here to see the show. We've got trainers shipping in from everywhere. I'm seeing horses from Texas, Churchill Downs, Florida. I mean, you name it, they're coming into town. And I look forward to the biggest race of the weekend, the Haskell. This is a huge race. There's a couple horses in here that are big name horses that people are looking at the showdown of this, and I can't wait to get into that.
Yeah, Johnny, you talked about it. You kind of dabbled into it a little bit. And I know if you've been following the Hip Horse, there's one that Johnny's been high on. Taiba here, morning line favorite coming into the Haskell here, Johnny. Going to be going up against Jack Christopher, probably maybe one of the biggest challenges, of Taiba besides the Kentucky Derby. Don't have as many horses to face here, but what are your thoughts here of the Haskell? I mean, are you expecting Taiba to show up and run a big race, or Jack Christopher? Give us your thoughts here and maybe a pedigree pick.
So the horse that I've been high on this whole time is Taiba. Obviously, he was my pick for the Kentucky Derby. Things didn't go well for him there. He was my pick for the Santa Anita Derby. Things went well for him there. I think this is going to be a true test for him, but I think he's a two-turn horse. I think this is what he's bred to do. He should be better pedigree-wise for this race than Jack Christopher, and I think this race should hit him right in the mid. I think that Taiba probably will go off his second choice, although he's a morning line favorite. Mike Smith ships out to ride the horse. And I expect a huge effort back in Bob Baffert's care and in his hands. And this horse from here, I think, should move on as what I would guess would be the favorite for the Travers.
Yeah, Johnny, what a competitive race here. And Taiba, as you had him picked a favorite in the Kentucky Derby, as you know, that's a tough one to come, 20-horse field there. I like what you're saying, bred for this two-turn race here. To Taiba, you get Baffert and Smith, and Bob Baffert's going to be on a tear here after a suspension. Gunrunner, you got to love to see that. The son of Gunrunner, that's number 2, morning line 7-5 currently. I think you might be on some. Jack Christopher might go off as the favorite, 4 for 4, doing nothing wrong. Winning the Champagne, the Pat Day, and the Woody Stevens, and then you also have White Barrio in here, Johnny, winner of the Florida Derby, Cyberknife, winner of the Arkansas Derby. Talk about a competitive race for 8 horses here. This is a great 3-year-old race. I can't wait to watch it. Any long shots on here that you think have a chance, or what's your top 2 picks here in the Haskell?
Well, my top pick is going to be Taiba. I think that horse should come out here, and I expect to see something big from him. For second place, it's kind of close. I mean, obviously I want to say Jack Christopher. Horse has never lost. He's really never been close to losing. With that being said, that's kind of a chalk sandwich. I think that if there's another horse that has a shot at running a big race, it's probably there's a lot of speed in here, but I think Cyberknife is the one that I think would be the one that might flirt with running towards the top 2. Although he's got a little bit more inbreeding than I'd like to see. He has won at the distance, and he does have Brad Cox training him, so you got to add extra points there. I think it's 6-1 morning line. That's a fair price for him to be. If there is an upsetter in this race, I think it possibly could be him.
Yeah, Brad Cox starting off hot at Saratoga, Johnny. You got to keep your eyes on him. Anytime he's in the stakes race, I believe he's 26% or higher there. And he's got his main man, Florent Giroux, aboard. That's Cyberknife. But top pick is going to go to Taiba, everybody. Morning line 7-5. Johnny going to stay on the Taiba train here. I like it. That's the Haskell at from Monmouth, everybody, down on the Jersey Shore. If you're down there on vacation, make sure you get out to the races because it's going to be a good one, everybody. Johnny, Saratoga, opening weekend, it did look pretty good. How about that jockey colony they got at Saratoga? Have you seen one more stacked than the one they have at Saratoga right now?
Well, I guess you could be comparing ages. When I was a kid out here, we had Lafitte Pink Guy, Gary Stevens, Chris McCarran, Garrett Gomez, Espinoza was part of it. Alex Ali. I mean, the whole the colony was unbelievable. You know, and it was good on the East Coast too. They had Jerry Bailey. I mean, they had guys. You know, it was really, really, growing up, being able to watch something like that. It was it was something that you'll never forget. And seeing the talent, like you said, that they have at Saratoga right now, with Pratt coming from out here, showing what he can do, and he's doing really well, holding his own. Rosario, my favorite Dominican, that guy can ride. You've got the Ortiz brothers. You've got Castellano, the Venezuelan. Can't forget that guy. You know, he's won some big races in his day. It's just Gaffleon, and he's up and coming. It's matter of fact, Gaffleon's staying in Saratoga instead of going to ride Wide Barrio. So I don't know, maybe that tells you something. But it's quite the colony. The jockeys they have out there and the horsemen that they have out there at Saratoga right now, it is impressive. And I think that the people that are out there kind of know that they're doing something special right now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, Johnny. Like you said, comparing it to the older days, and I was on the East Coast, Jerry Bailey, Pat Day, Julie Crone, Mike Smith, a couple other names. Mike Smith came back and forth a little bit, but I really enjoyed this colony. I mean, you didn't even mention a few like Luis Saez, Johnny V. I mean, you could keep naming for days. Lescano, Manny Franco. I mean, talk about this colony. I've never seen one so good. And you're watching it. Guys are having 2-3 win day race. I mean, I got to tell you, if I had to pick one and I had to put my money on one guy, I think I'm going to go with Rosario. Who would you take, Johnny? Just give me one guy. I know it's hard to say. I know the races and the conditions matter, but say you could only have one pick. Who would you take?
Well, we spell our name different, but I'm going to take the Puerto Rican guy.
Okay,
Johnny
all right.
Velasquez. You know, he can do it, you know. And I mean, I know Irad Ortiz obviously has just been doing so well, but I mean, Johnny Velasquez, he's just so good, you know. I mean, always dreaming, authentic. I just you see that guy ride, you just know you're getting a professional ride, and it was a pleasure to see him come out here this winter and ride at Santa Anita and pick up some mounts with Baffert, and, you know, show why he's as good as he is. And it's just such a good jockey colony out there. You know, you're getting an honest effort, and for the people that are wagering on the event, you know you're going to get a good ride. I mean, win, lose, or draw. You know that your jockey is going to be competitive, and every one of those guys is in there fighting for the prize.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Johnny Veen, Hall of Famer, knows how to get it done, as you said. Unbelievable colony. Let's take a look at one race from Del Mar opening weekend here, the San Clemente. This is a grade 3, Johnny. This is going to be the last race on the card, race 11 on Saturday. Very competitive field here. We got the lowest odds at 4-1, which is Bella Bell. Phil D'Amato trains this 3-year-old filly. So any thoughts on this race with the 4-1 morning line favorite? I mean, there's going to be value here.
Yeah, I'm actually like a little bit surprised that they made her the 4-1 morning line favorite. But with that being said, she is a nice filly. There's a couple of fillies here that I'm gonna look at that I think you should probably get good value on, based on one's never ran on the turf before, and that's the one horse Lady T. So Lady T is by In the Mischief out of a Malibu Moon mare. They purchased her for $235,000. Took a long time to break her maiden, but when they did, she broke it by 14.5 lengths. Came back last out, lost to Under the Stars, who's a really, really nice filly, but they cleared Desert Dawn by 9 lengths in the Summer Oaks. I think she's going to be able to run on the turf. If Sharif thinks she's going to be able to run on the turf, I'm going to believe him. I think a mile's going to hit her right in the mitt. That's what she won. She won her only race at a mile. And Victor Espinosa up at the helm. He's a quality rider. I think she's going to have enough pace to be up towards the front, and maybe the grass is probably playing a little bit faster early on in the meet. And the 4 horse with Ramon Velasquez for Peter Miller here. She's 2 for 2 at Del Mar. She ran twice in the United States, both at Del Mar last year. Broke her maiden here for 72, and then she won the grade 3. Jimmy Durante. Both had Irad Ortiz up, which tells you that obviously that horse has a little bit of talent. And she's 6-1. Lady T 6-1. We'll see where their odds end up, but I think you're going to get an honest price with those 2 fillies, and those are probably going to be the 2 that I'm going to throw on top.
I like it, Johnny. Number 1, Lady T, morning line 6-1. John Sheriffs, as we know, no strangers to getting fillies in line for the big races. And you get top jockey Victor Espinosa, Hall of Famer there, trying to get back on board here. And then also number 4 at another 6-1 price. Peter Miller training and Vasquez doing quite well out here. So I like it. And 2 for 2 on the track, Johnny, that's something I think you have to pay attention to at Saratoga and Del Mar is horses for courses. We talked about it last week, but if the horse is doing well in the past on the track, usually it comes back and runs well. Horses for courses is a great angle to pay attention to. You're listening and watching this on the Believe Network and YouTube, everybody. Hit that like, subscribe, ring the bell. Summertime fun coming for you. We're going to try to put a weekend show out for you each week. We're also going to be trying to interview some jockeys, trainers, and get some more action in the mix at Del Mar. Anything else you want to say about this weekend before we get out of here, Johnny?
Not a whole lot. I think we covered it. It's going to be some fun and excitement at Del Mar. Giant party, big hats, people having a good time. Obviously at Saratoga, the betting handle has been significantly up. Good for them. Glad to see success in horse racing. And let's see what happens in the Haskell. We're probably looking at a horse that's probably, I would assume, whoever wins will be the favorite in the Travers, and see if they can compete in the Breeders' Cup Classic against the Flightlines or whatever older horses make it.
Yeah, Johnny, good racing going all around in the summertime here. Saratoga, Del Mar, Monmouth. It's going to be a great weekend no matter where you are. If you get a chance to get out to the track, enjoy it with your friends and your family. Have a good time, everybody. Always a good time to have you here on the Hip Horse. Before we get out of here, everyone, if you are on YouTube, write down in the comments who you think the top jockey is. You heard me and Johnny had. Johnny's got Johnny V. I got Rosario. We want to hear who you guys like as your top jockey. You had to put one on there. And also, Johnny, real quick, Rooster Coop, should we be paying attention? Any moves, any horses on the Clayman game? You're shaking and moving quite a bit there.
I don't know. We're sitting right now. We're sitting chilly. We had a race in Arizona Downs. We ran second by about a neck, but keep an eye on Parley Street. He's going to come back strong, and hopefully we get another horse at Del Mar. I've got a filly that we're looking in the condition book and trying to find a little spot for her. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we've got some races coming up soon.
I love it, Johnny. Living the dream for all of us, everybody. I know you're a horse racing fan. Johnny, big time, putting a lot of time and effort into it, getting into the winner's circle. So nice job. And thanks again for joining us on the Hip Horse, everybody. Once again, Tommy D, Johnny Lowe. Until next week, we'll catch you. Good luck, everybody, and cheers.